So now that you learned what forex trading is, you learned about pips, you learned about all of this cool stuff. So the question right now might be, so where do I go and trade? Where is the real action happening? Do I have to go to the bank and tell them, oh, I want to buy one lot size of Euro USD? No, of course not. You are not going to do that. So this brings us to this video. Today I'm going to introduce an app called the MetaTrader 5. That is where all the magic happens. So you go to your Play Store or your App Store and you type the MT5. So once you type MT5, it's going to show this blue app right here. You can see that I already have it installed. So I'm just going to update. If you don't have it installed, you should install it. And once you do that, you open the app, all right, and it takes you to this interface right away. Now when it takes you to this place, because you're starting for the first time, it may not have, like, of course there will be, it may not take you to this place. So you're going to go to this part where it says manage accounts, and you click on manage account so you can add your account that you already created. Now if you watched our video on how to use the XNet trading platform, what I'm saying now is not going to sound strange to you. So you go to this place where it says brokers and type in the broker that you use. But if you haven't opened any broker, you can just use the Meta Quotes Limited showing over there, and it will take you to its demo account. So by then you must have already registered with your email and information, your phone number and all of that. So you're just going to type in that login details and your password, and you sign in. Now this of course the details I typed here is not correct, it's just an example. So I'm just going to log into the account that I already have. That's why I said authorization failed. I'm just going to click the account I already have there. Now if you watch that video, that I did a really extensive video on all of that. So you're going to see how to even create different kind of sub account. You can create a euro account, you can create a Nigerian account, you can create a dollar account. So please go back to that video and watch it so you understand how to create different kinds of account. Okay, so this one is a demo account, but it's a euro demo account. So this is the interface, all right. So when you click on the plus icon or the pencil icon there, it's going to take you to this part, and if you click the toolbox icon, it can tell you to delete everything here. So you can just delete it, so you can add the customized pairs that you trade, so you can see it's deleted. And if you want to add it, you can press the plus icon at the top right corner. So once you click it, you can see we have forex. Under forex we have so many kinds of pairs, so you can just search or select the kind of pair that you trade. So once you click on that plus icon, it gets added to your home page. So when you go back to quotes, you're going to see all the pairs. You can also just type it instead of searching auto. This is like, let's say I want to type like euro USD, it's already added, so you're going to see, you see. But if it's a pair that has not been added, you're going to see the plus icon. So you're just going to click on the plus icon and add it to your pair. Now we have so many types of pairs. We have forex, we have indices, we have futures, so they're all in here. We have metals. This is a pair, GBP JPY. I think we used it in our example on currency pairs. So you just click it, and when you go back to quote, you see that all the pairs that you've added are right there. Look at the GBP JPY that we just added is there. So you go back to, let's say we want to add more pairs. Now this is under forex. Like I said, there are so many of them, so you just click and add whatever it is. This is under if you click on indices, you're going to see so many type of indices. For those of us that would like to trade indices like the US 30, the S&P 500, they're all here. Okay, so these are all indices, and we also have like metals and so many of them. So just take out your time to check the pair you trade, depending on what country you're in, or the spread or the time frame that you trade. Okay, that will determine the kind of pair that you want to trade. If you watched our video on currency pair, you're going to know if a pair is a major pair, a minor pair, or you know the different kinds of pair. All right, I covered all of that in that tutorial. So we've added some pairs so far, so we're back to the home page. Now look at all the quotes, under quotes. If you watched our video on currency pairs, again, I covered a lot under that video. We talked about quotes, we talked about base currency, so you're going to know all of that if you watch that video. Now look at this thing written Euro USD. Now look at the price quoted 1.14392. Look at the 2 at the top. All right, that is the pips. Remember we talked about pips in our video on pips and lot sizes, right? So if you look at each of these pairs, look at USD JPY. When we talked about is quoted a bit differently from the other pairs. Look at all the GBP JPY, look at USD JPY, it's a bit different. Look at, you can see that it's quoted, the decimal number comes after like 3 numbers. You have like 159.623. So that's how it's explaining. So let's click on one of these pairs. Now look at the path it took us. So you can see new order, chart, properties. So if you want to change the view of your interface, you can just click on simple view mode. If you click on simple view mode, to take you to this part. And if you click on any pair, let's say you click on USD card, you change it to advanced mode, take you back to this. Okay, so let's click on the chart and see what it will bring, because all these numbers you're seeing now, look at all those 8, 9, you see that the numbers are changing because the market is on. So let's click on any pair, and so this is where all the magic happens. All right, this is the chart. If you watched our video on trading view, you know that I've covered a lot. I talked about candlesticks, and you understand this interface in a way. So these are candlesticks. They are representative of the data that the market produces. Okay, so these candlesticks tells us stories, that tells us what the market is doing per minute, per time. Now if you click on the top right corner, you see the 3 dashboard. It takes you back to settings. If you click on this sell button, you see sell, you see buy over there. So if you click on that sell button, look at Euro USD sell 0.1. okay, that is sell. If you click on buy, if you go back to trade, you see that you just opened the trade, and this trade might go against you or for your own good. If you click on the buy button, you've bought. Now look at, one position is open, one position is open buy, one position is open for sell. So that is what that button does. Now you have to be very careful about clicking that buy or sell button, because whether you click it by mistake, you will not apologize, because in the market there is no room for apology. Every mistake costs $1 or more, depending on the lot size that is there. Okay, so that is very important. Now if you notice, both the buy and sell, they are in a loss. Why? There's something called spread. Now we're going to explain that in another video. I don't want this video to be too long. That is a separate video, because spread is another video entirely. So that will be on that time frame and the time zone that you trade and all of that. So now that thing in the middle, you are seeing 0.1. Now that thing is called a lot size. You have to go back and watch our video on pips and lot size, because I explained all of it extensively, and I told you that this small thing that I see in the middle there can can blow up your account in seconds if you don't know what you are doing. Now I would open some trades with different lot sizes, so you will see the difference in lot sizes. Now that is, you can use 10 lot size, you can use 1 lot size, you can use 0.1 lot size, depending on your account size. All right, depending on your account size. So if you have a very small account, it's advisable to use a mini lot size. Don't go and use a standard lot, because you'll be seeing blah blah. By the time you look at your account, you'll be seeing 0 0. Now look, I've opened Euro USD with one standard lot. That's the position I've opened with one standard lot. Then I've opened another position with 0.01 lot size. Now look at this. Look at the one that I opened sell one standard lot. It's giving me a loss of $8 already. But the same position, the one I opened with 0.01, is just giving me loss of 4 cents. Do you see the difference? So your lot size will determine how much money you make or lose in the market. So you have to be very careful when doing this, because like I said, it could blow up your account in seconds. I'm not even exaggerating. So that's that on how to place trade, and that is called instant execution. That means bring me into the market immediately. Now if you look below, you can see different types of order. If you click on that blue icon up there, the round one, it will show you different types of order. You have set buy limit, sell limit, buy stop, sell stop. So it's going to show you like different kinds of limits, types of order. We're going to cover this extensively in another video because you need to understand different types of order. Okay, now the one we're doing when we're clicking buy and sell, that is called market execution. It means take me into the market no matter what is happening, whether the president is dying, I want to buy that market. That is called instant market execution. Then we have sell stops, you have sell stop limit. They are all different kinds of order, but they are orders that you place in the market. Okay, like I said, I don't want this video to be too long, so I'm going to do another video on types of order in another tutorial so that you understand the different types of order and you know what you are doing when you are in the market. Now we're going to cover time frames. All right, if you watched our video on trading view, you should know what time frames are by now. We have different kinds of time frame. We have the 5 minute, the 15 minute. Look at that M15, M30. Those are all time frames. That's 30 minutes time frame. You can see that for every time you click, that's the 1 hour time frame. For every time you click a different time frame, the chart interface changes because each candlestick represents the time frame that you are. This is the 4 hour, this is the daily, you have the monthly, you have the weekly. So you can always, there's something called a top-down analysis. This is the 1 week time frame. Every candle you see represents 1 week. So that is what time frame does. And as a trader, you need to master your time frame. So if you go to trade, this is where you see your trade history. If you have an open position, if you have a limit order, this is where you see, and you see your account equity, you see your balance. Okay, you have floating loss or floating profit. This is where you check. So look at, you have balance, you have equity. Now equity is the actual money you have in your account. Okay, then balance is the money you had before you open all of this position, all of this trade. So you can see that you're having a loss of 11 euro. So that's why equity is different from balance. If you were on profit, your equity will be bigger than your balance. Now if you go to history to show you the trade that you've already taken or closed, all right, now these are the orders you've taken so far. You can see field. So those are orders that you've taken and maybe they are still in the market or they've closed. So that's what this is. This is the history. You can go back to, as you can do a custom period, you can check 3 months, you can check you can check your daily history, you can check your trade. All right, this is where you check. So your trade history is always there so that you can go back and see how far you've done in the week, in a month. That's why that history is there. You can also do a custom period. You check the date you want to check and it will show you what you want. So now we're back on the chart. If you click anywhere on your screen, this blue round thing is going to show, and those things are like M1, M2, those are time frames. Then the 3 dotted line, if you click on it, it's going to take you to settings. Now you can click on the line type. You see there, you see candlestick. Really watch our video on trading view so you understand how all of this work. Now you can change your candlestick to a line chart, to a line bar, so you're no longer showing candlesticks, you're just showing like a graph. You can change it to anything that you like. So you can change it to a line chart, you can change it to a Heikanishii. So that's trade history. If you want it there, you can click on it. You can also customize your candlestick chart to any color of your choice. All right, you can see that the one there automatically is showing green and red. If you want to customize it to blue and black, most times I like my chart to look like blue and black. I don't like seeing that red. So it's your choice. So you can customize it to any color of your choice, or you can leave it. It doesn't matter. It's just preference. All right. So I don't want this video to be too long, and I think that's all we need to know about using the app. And the more you practice, the more you're going to understand how it works. So we've come to the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And if there's any video you want us to do, please drop in the comment section, and see you guys in the next. Bye.